Hello everyone, my name is Joe Carter and this is my second Golden Age of Piracy video. In this video I'm going to be demonstrating a few gameplay turns to demonstrate the basic game flow and everything. So I'm not going to play through an entire game because in this video because it can take 8 to 10 hours for the long game, which is what I'm playing in this for this campaign, 1 year campaign. So the short game is 6 months, maximum 6 months, and the long game is a maximum of 12 months during the year 1718. So as you can see, I have everything already set up, and here's my pirate captain card. I'm going to be reading through some of these tables. It's a little bit hard to see probably, so I'll have to just read it. The long game averages about 8 to 10 hours if you play it all the way through the end of December, which there's a good chance you won't. Probably try to receive a pardon before then, or you're going to die before December 31st. But it is possible to play to the very end of the game, which I have done. So I'm on table R1 here. It's the first table we go to when we start a new game. And the pirate captain starts out with a sloop ship, not upgraded, and we are docked in Nassau. This is our pirate sloop counter. If you can see that here, this shows the little skull and crossbones, and this is a sloop, as you can see on the back. It says pirate sloop. It's a double-sided I made. So we start out in Nassau, and we start out with a pirate crew of 2 main units, which is here. They're already hired for a sloop. Okay. And we start out with 5,000 gold. Now, you don't start out with any black powder for your ship, so you're going to have to buy black powder in Nassau. So I went to table page 1. I went to table B2, and this has the prices of everything for purchase. And black powder costs 50 gold. Per unit. That is not, if I had a haggle skill of 5, you get a 20% cheaper price, and then if I sell things I get a 20% more profit. So basically I spent 500 gold out of my 5,000 to purchase. The maximum I can hold for a sloop is 10 black powder units. Cannot exceed 10 black powder units for a sloop, whether it's upgraded or not. You can't carry more than that. Oops, I have it in the wrong space actually. So you cannot carry more than the maximum allowable for that ship class. Okay. So let me go back to table R1. We have 0 specialist crewmen. Okay. The pirate captain starts out with at level 0. You can see it says level 0. You don't have to write anything if it's 0, but I wrote 0 just to be clear. And we start out with 5 captain skill points. As you can see, I maxed my swordsmanship out at 5. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? And like I said, we have 0 specialist crewmen, and we have 0 special items. So we only have our captain and the main crew, the basic main crew. We have no pirate haven. And if we're going to build a pirate haven, we need 25 lumber units. And we need to spend, how much is it? I think it's 5. Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, you don't need to purchase anything to build a haven. I changed that a long time ago. You had to spend money also, but you just need 25 lumber units and 14 days to construct a pirate haven. Plus, you need to drop off at least 4 pirate crew units to build the haven. So, you know, we could probably, I could purchase 25 lumber units. How much are 25 lumber? Maybe I don't have enough gold. Probably not. Oh yeah, we do actually. So 1 lumber unit purchased in Nassau is 100 gold each. So, you know, we could spend 2,500 gold and start building it right away, but I don't want to do that. It's too risky this early in the game because we might need to repair my pirate ship. So you have to pay for that too. So it's always a good idea to build it as soon as possible, but not too soon. So let's go back here. Setup is very simple for new games, very easy. And okay, yeah, it just goes over defense cannons, how much they cost, and farm and distillery, how much it costs. So okay, that's it. We're done with setup, and so now we can do whatever we want. So depending on what you're gonna do, you can do it once per day. Like, okay, for example, we're in Nassau, so I can do anything I want in Nassau. Now, I can do 2 things. I can do, let's say, gambling, plus I can leave port. If I want. No, actually, no. You could, like, if I'm going to do things in Nassau, it like takes up the whole day. I changed that to that rule. So, for example, if I'm going to gamble, or and let's say I'm going to gamble and buy some. Well, I bought black powder, so now I'm going to go gamble, for example. That takes up the whole day. Okay, so you do your what you need to get done in Nassau, whatever you know, things you need to take care of, I guess you could say. That takes up the whole day. So we can hang out in Nassau for as long as we want, but that won't accomplish anything. So we're going to go ahead and yeah, so we bought the black powder, and I don't think we're going to do anything else in Nassau. We can gamble. We can't ask for a job from the pirate governor because our infamy is oh yeah, I forgot, we set our starting out, you start out with 0 infamy and then 5 fanatical crew loyalty. So our infamy is 0, so we cannot ask for a job from the pirate governor until we have a captain infamy of 4 or 5. So that's basically it for today. on the game calendar. So let's see, we have all the different things you can do, activities or whatever. There's a tavern for gambling, hiring pirate crewmen. Our ship's maxed out. It's not upgraded, so we can only hold 2 crew units, main crew. So we can't hire anymore for the sloop. Okay, we don't need to do hospital stay. We don't need to do pirate ship maintenance, repairs in Nassau, nothing. So we're not going to buy buy a bigger ship or anything like that. So because we can't, we only have a seamanship of, yeah, I forgot to set my seamanship. Seamanship starts out at 1. Let me write that down there. Okay. I think I wrote that down. Let's see. Maybe I didn't actually. Okay, that's all right. No, actually, I did. I made a mistake. You're gonna have to use one of those points, those skill points, those 5 skill points for seamanship, because there's no. I didn't put that in the rules. So we're gonna have 1 seamanship. We're gonna do 4 swordsmanship. That's a good balance for now. Now we could do 5 seamanship, but you know, I'm not planning on taking a man of war as a pirate ship or even as a prize. They're way too powerful to take this early on in the game, so I'm not going to waste my skill points on something like that. So maybe later, we'll see. Okay, now let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the day ends, so we take our calendar here. And there's no as you notice in January, there's no color codes, so nothing happens in January. It gives you a little bit head start. So we mark off the first day, Saturday, January 1st, 1718. Okay, that day's finished. So we're not going to do any more duties or activities in Nassau the next day on the 2nd. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and, okay, we have monthly procedures here. We're not going to do that because it's, we're skipping the first month. We don't have to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and roll for weather. Let's see here. Okay, we have 2d10. We're going to go ahead and roll for weather before we leave port to see how bad the weather is. Usually, you know, the game is already on the very first turn. Usually you don't roll for weather when you're in port, I guess I'm trying to say. So for the very first turn of the game, it's probably a good idea to roll for weather, just so you know what the weather will be like the next day, because you have modifiers. So we'll go ahead and roll for what the weather was yesterday, the 1st. The weather for yesterday was 12. So we have no modifiers. Wait, let's see, June through November. Okay, so the weather was good yesterday. Okay, it's at good. We don't know what the wind was. We're not worried about the wind because we were in port yesterday. So now we're going to go ahead and we have to decide where we're going to go. We can move 1 space zone per turn when we're at sea. Okay, they have to be connected to move into them, as you can see the lines here. So we're going to go ahead and move into yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move into zone 4, yellow zone 4, and we're going to roll for weather. We're at the pirate ship at sea now, table H1. Now we're going to roll this once per day. Okay, I rolled a 9, and the previous day's weather was good, so that's a -1, and no other modifiers, so it's good weather again. And we're going to roll for wind on table H2. We're going to roll 1d10, see what the wind is. 10. We have moderate wind. Now, if you have calm wind, the pirate ship cannot move in that zone. Okay, so actually, okay, let's see. Yeah, the pirate ship's not at sea, so we're rolling all of this. It's a little confusing, but if you're in port, you're going to go ahead and roll these, like for the weather and wind, before you set sail, so you'll know if you can set sail. If there's no wind, you can't set sail, and if there's like a hurricane, you're not going to leave port. So if you're already at sea and you roll no wind, you cannot move from that zone that day. So let's say, for example, I'm in zone 4 and I want to move to zone 5. Now if I roll no wind, a good weather, no wind, I cannot leave zone 4 that day. I'm like stuck there because the ship won't move. Okay, so everything's okay. We have moderate wind, so we can move, and we move this to moderate, good weather, and okay, there's no bad weather, storm damage, navigation. We can skip all that. So we're going to skip over here to random event. We roll random event once per day, only while you're at sea. You don't roll for random events when you're docked at your pirate haven, or at Nassau, or at you're visiting your pirate stash. So we're going to go ahead and roll a 2d10. Now, it's probably better, I have all these brown dice, but you're going to roll as 1 through 100. You could roll each dice separately, but I'm going to use a black and white for this roll. And it's a 45. For example, the black is the 4 and the white is the 5, so that's 45. So no random event. There's only a 3% chance of random event per turn or day when you're at sea. So there's not a very big chance, but it does happen sometimes. So, okay. So, okay, no random events. So we go to table H8, and we're going to roll for a ship encounter. Hopefully we'll find a merchant ship. We have modifiers. We're not in a town zone, so we have no spyglass. So there's no modifiers. We need to roll a 9 or 10 to spot a pirate ship, to spot a merchant ship. Okay. Or actually, it could be a warship too. It depends. Oh, we rolled a 9. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to go to table H9. It tells us where to go. Okay, we're going to flip over to table H9. Oh, hold on a second. I think we have an error here on this table. But let's see, where are we at here? No, that's right. Okay. I was looking at the wrong table. Okay, so we go to H9, combat rounds until darkness falls on mat 1. This is the ship combat rounds. Basically it's telling us what time of the day we encountered this ship. Okay, if it's early in the day, late in the day, we're going to roll 1d10. We rolled a 3, so there's 3 combat rounds we have to attack or board the ship or for them to surrender. So you can think of it as, well, maybe 1 combat round is 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour of daylight, so that's maybe 3 hours of daylight. So we'll go ahead and move this to 3. Now we're going to go to table H10. We're going to see what type of ship we encountered. It might be a warship, or it might be a merchant ship. There's a very small chance it's a warship this early in the game, but as you get later into the game, there's more and more chance that it'll be a warship because time is starting to run out. So we'll go ahead and roll a 2d10. Okay, we rolled an 8. It's a merchant ship. Okay. And the higher your captain infamy, the greater chance that it'll be a warship, or if it's in a red or orange town zone, that also increases the chance of it being a warship. So, okay, so we have a merchant ship, and we're going to go ahead and go to step 2. We're going to see what type of merchant ship it is. We're going to roll another 2d10. We rolled a 9. Schooner. Okay, it's a small merchant ship. And we're going to go ahead and go to step 3. We're going to roll for the merchant ship captain seamanship skill. We're going to roll 2d10. Oh, 1d10. Okay, we rolled a 1, so he has a seamanship of 1. So he's not very good. So that's good for us. Okay, we're going to go ahead and write down seamanship of 1. And he has a schooner. So let's go ahead and, how many does the schooner have? A schooner has combat rounds. So a schooner will hold 12 12 black powder units. So they can fire 3 per combat round. So we're going to do 3, 6, 9, 12. Now you can also write down how much black powder they have in the black powder box, but like I said in my previous video, it's less messy and it's easier just to take one black powder counter off the mat each time instead of having to write the new number, write the new number each combat round. But it's your choice. You can do either way. Okay, we're going to just put those like here, like that. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12. So he can fire his cannons for 4 combat rounds, but it'll be dark after the 3rd combat round. So he probably won't run out of, he can't run out of black powder. So we're going to go ahead and move this marker here, this ship wheel, to schooner and flute. Now you'll notice merchant ships hold less crew than warships. They are not upgraded, and so merchant ships always held less crew. But they do have the same amount of sail and hull hit point damage as upgraded ships. So, okay, that's all set up now. And we're going to go ahead and go to let's see, step, okay, we're done with that. Okay, now we're going to go to the I tables, ship combat tables. We're going to go to I1, and we're going to do this every combat round. We're going to see if he surrenders. There's always a chance that a merchant ship will surrender. Warships never surrender. They fight to the death. They never try to escape or evade, they fight. So we're going to go ahead and see if he surrenders. We have an infamy level of 0, so we're an unknown pirate. And we have a 10% chance, base chance, for him to surrender, but he has a seamanship skill of only 1. So that gives us a +4 modifier. So that's really good. Okay. And we have no infamy, so we can't do that. So we're going to get a +4 modifier. That's really great. We're going to have a 50% chance of him surrendering each combat round. Because he's not a very good, the captain's not a very good sailor, and he probably figures it's not worth his life to try to escape us, because he knows he's not very good. So we're going to go ahead and roll a 1d10. We rolled a 9, so he automatically surrenders. So we didn't have to fight. That's really good. So we're going to go ahead and skip over. It says go to table I7. And skip to I7. Surrendered merchant ship, plunder cargo. We're going to see what type of cargo the merchant ship has. Now, one thing I didn't do was I should have put a schooner. If I can find a schooner, yeah, I should have put a schooner ship on the counter on the mat. The combat mat, and well, I also would use a second pirate ship counter, a sloop counter for ship combat. Let's see if I can find it here. I don't know where it is. Let's see. There are a lot of ship counters. So let's see. I'm looking for the one with the skull and crossbones. I don't see it. Not sure what happened to it here. Here we go. Okay, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay, this is our schooner. Our sloop. So we can put this little white surrender flag. I mean, you don't have to, but you can do that. And we didn't have to, and we're boarded. No boarding combat, but you can put it there anyway. We usually use this counter for when you're doing boarding combat, but we didn't have to do that, so he just surrendered. So that's good. Okay. So our pirate ship pulled up alongside his ship, and the crew put up their hands, so we're not going to fight. So now we're boarded, and we're going to check to see what kind of cargo they're carrying. Actually, we can go ahead and switch. Yeah, we don't have a seamanship. Yeah, we only have a seamanship of 1, so we can't. We can't take it as a prize, unfortunately. So we're not carrying any cargo, but because it would require a seamanship of 2 to sell it, to take it as a prize and sell it back to Nassau. So we're gonna just take the cargo and let the ship go, or sink it. We could burn the ship and sink it. If you let the crew go, then it's kind of your choice. You can say, okay, we killed them. No, we didn't. So we're going to go ahead and see what kind of cargo they have. Now, depending on the ship size, this is how many times we're going to roll. So for a schooner, we're going to roll 3 times on table I7. We're going to roll 2d10. I'm going to roll black and white, so I can be 1 through 100. Now you'll notice that the certain goods are more common than others, like sugar, flour, and general goods and lumber are very common. Sugar is the most common, followed by flour. So they're not evenly, the chances of getting some rare stuff like spices or hidden treasure or whatever, it's not such a good chance. So we rolled a 1-8. So sugar. Okay, now we're going to roll 2d10 to see how many sugar units we got. 3. That's not very many. Okay, so we're going to take our prize ship cargo. We're going to go down to sugar and write 3. Like that. And we're going to roll 2 more times to see. Oh, we rolled an 86. Spices. Okay, spices are a lot more valuable. So we're going to roll 2d10 to see how many units there are. Hopefully we'll get a good number. Okay, we rolled an 11. So we got 11 spice units. Now actually, yeah, we can't take this as a prize ship, so I really shouldn't be writing it on this card. So we'll go ahead and we have to transfer it to our pirate ship because we can't sell it back to Nassau. We can't take it as a prize. So we'll go ahead and write the numbers in here. We got 11 spice units, and we got 3 sugar. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and roll 1 more time to see what goods we got. We got 81 fine china. Okay, that's also valuable. That's good. This was a good haul actually this time. Oh, we got 11 fine china. That's great. Okay, it's pretty valuable, fine china. Okay, we're going to write 11 for fine china. Now let's see if we exceeded our maximum cargo hold capacity. We're not upgraded, so we can hold more compared to an upgraded pirate ship. So let's see, we got sloop is 40, so we got 22, 25. So we're not nearly maxed out yet on our cargo capacity, so no problem. Okay, so that was a good amount of valuable cargo that we got. Now we're going to check to see on table A9 if they have. We're going to roll 1 time to see if they have a specialist crewman aboard. You have about a 20% chance for that they're going to have a specialist crewman, and then there's a +1 modifier if it's a frigate or man of war merchant ship. So we're going to go ahead and roll 1 time. Okay, we rolled a 7, so they have no specialist crewman, unfortunately. So there's no special cargo, which is like gold or special items. Okay, we're going to go ahead and skip over to, we're going to torture the captain. Maybe we can get some information out of him, or maybe he has some hidden valuables. Now we can torture him a maximum of 3 times, and then he dies. So we're going to torture the hell out of him. Now, we're pirates. We're not very nice. So we're going to torture him until he either talks or dies. So we're going to go ahead and roll our first one, 2d10, torture. Oh, we rolled 100. Wow, he died. Okay, he died the first torture before he could talk. That was not good. So he's dead before he revealed anything, unfortunately. So now that's that. Sorry, that's the way it goes. Okay, so now we're going to, you can go to section I-13, and this tells you what you can do, your choices with the, what you can do with the merchant ship. We can't take it as a prize, so we're going to, just let them go. There's no, I don't feel like killing them today or sinking the ship, you know. They did surrender, so that's okay, without a fight. So let's go ahead and go back, and I forgot to mention that once the ship surrenders, you do gain experience points. So we're going to get 800 experience points for a surrendered sloop merchant ship. Okay, so we're going to write down 800 XPs. Okay, now remember, for every 1,000 experience points, you gain 1 level, and then you get one pirate captain skill point per level. So we only need 200 more XPs before we can get an extra skill point. So probably our next skill point, I'm going to increase our seamanship to 2 so we can take schooner or sloop ship prizes. So the ships are quite valuable to sell in Nassau, especially if they're not damaged. That's where you can earn a lot of gold besides the cargo it's carrying. So, okay, that's that. Okay, that day is finished. So, we let them go. We're going to be nice. We're usually not this nice, but we did let them go this time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to our calendar. The day's finished. We can't do anything else because we're at sea. Okay, we're going to mark off 2. Okay. Now, we're going to go back to table H tables. Now we're going to go ahead and roll for weather. It is now the next day. It is January 3rd, and we're going to go ahead and roll for weather for this day. See if we can move into the next zone or not. Now, one thing I didn't mention is if there's no wind and you're stuck in the zone, you cannot encounter any ships because those other ships are not moving either. So nothing happens, basically, if there's no wind that day. You're kind of just stuck there. So you don't roll for any other checks that day. Okay, we're going to go and roll for weather. Rolled a 5. Previous weather was good, so we have good weather again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and roll for on table H2. We're going to roll for wind. 1, no wind, calm. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So there's no wind, our ship can't move, and there's nothing happens. So the one thing we do roll for is random event. You always roll for random event. Each game day while at sea. Remember, when you're docked, you do not roll for random events. Okay, we rolled a 55, no event. So that's it. That day's finished. We are just kind of sitting there floating around, no wind. Hopefully the next day, tomorrow, will be better. We'll have some wind. So we mark off the calendar again. Today is now the 4th, January 4th. And we're going to go back to our tables again. Pirate ship at sea, daily ship procedures. Table H1 again. We rolled a 73. No, not 73. Okay, that's a 10. Okay, good weather. Again. Sounds like a high pressure system or something over the Caribbean right now. Okay, we're going to go to table H2 for wind. Okay, good. Now we have moderate wind, 7. This would have been calm, so we go back to moderate. Okay, we're finished with that. We can move that out of the way. Okay, now I can move if I want. You can also stay in the same map zone if you want. Even if there's wind, you can remain in the same map zone. I think I'm going to take a chance, and we're going to travel to Charlestown and look for some more merchant ships. We'll have a little bit better chance sailing around right outside of Charlestown to encounter merchant ships. Hopefully we won't encounter a warship. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to table H7 for random event again. Okay, 76, no random event. And we're going to go to table H8 to check for ship encounter. And, oh, we rolled a 0. Wow, okay, good. And, okay, we have another ship encounter. Great. So we're going to go to table H10. We're going to see what type of ship it is, whether it's a merchant ship or warship. Okay, yeah, okay, 15 is a merchant ship. That's good. We're going to roll to see what type of merchant ship it is. Okay, we rolled an 8, a schooner, another schooner. Schooners and sloops are very common. You have almost a 50% chance of encountering a sloop, or about 40% chance sloop or schooner, the smaller ships. So we're going to go ahead and go to, okay, we have the same type of ship, so let's erase the captain seamanship, because each captain has a different seamanship skill level, and we're set for that. That's good. Schooner. Black powder is all set. So we're going to go ahead and go see what type of seamanship skill he has. Now, here is the pirate's swordsmanship skill. I mean, the captain's swordsmanship skill for the enemy merchant. You don't know what his swordsmanship skill is until you do boarding combat. I mean, how would you know? Your captain is not psychic, your pirate captain. So it's a little bit risky sometimes if you don't have a decent swordsmanship skill to do boarding combat, because you don't know what his, you know, the warship captain or the merchant ship captain's swordsmanship skill is until you do boarding. So it's risky sometimes unless you have a good swordsmanship skill for your pirate captain, because it can really make a difference who wins each combat round, how many losses, crewman losses are suffered. So okay, we're going to go ahead and roll for seamanship. 1d10. Oh, we rolled a 10. Okay, so he has a seamanship 5. Wow. Okay. He's probably not going to surrender. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Let me go and write down. I forgot to roll down or write down. Roll for the combat rounds. What time we encountered him. So we're going to go ahead and write in seamanship of 5. That's a lot. We have seamanship of 1, so I don't know. He'll probably escape before we can try to board him. But maybe we can damage his ship with cannons. We're going to go ahead and probably have to shoot at him with our cannons to try to slow him down if we damage his ship. So we're going to go ahead and, let's see. Okay. We're going to roll to see how many combat rounds there are. Okay, we rolled a 4. So we have about 4 hours of daylight left before he automatically escapes and the sun goes down. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and flip over to the I tables, the combat, merchant ship combat tables here. And we're going to see if he surrenders. Now, probably not going to surrender because we have a -4 modifier if his seamanship skill is 5. So we're going to have to roll a 10 for him to surrender. I didn't want to try to damage his ship, but we might have to fire our cannons. So let's go ahead and put a... let's see if I can find a schooner. There we are. Now when you encounter merchant ships, you only encounter one. But when you encounter a maximum of one, but when you encounter warships, you can encounter one or two warships. Usually it's one, but sometimes it's two. So the same for if they attack your pirate haven. Sometimes it's one warship, sometimes it's two. So let's see if he surrenders. I'm not too confident he's going to surrender. So one other thing I forgot to do is, yeah, our Captain Infamy went up +1 for the last ship that we took. So we're going to adjust our Captain Infamy by 1. That'll give us a little bit... yeah, that'll give us a +1 modifier. So he still has a -3 modifier to not surrender. So we're going to still have to roll a 10. Doesn't make much difference right now. Okay, let's see if he surrenders. Okay, we fired. Maybe we kind of we decided, okay, we're going to fire a warning shot or something. So, oh, we rolled a 10. Wow. Okay, so we roll an unmodified 10. The merchant ship surrenders. So he surrendered. Amazing. I wasn't expecting that. So that's great. Wow. Okay. So our infamy goes up 1. And then down here in note B, we get 800 experience points for a sloop merchant ship that surrendered. 800. Wow. Okay, now we're up to level... We have 1,600 experience points now. And we're level 1. So now we gained an extra skill point, captain skill point. I have a swordsmanship of 4. I'm going to go ahead and increase my seamanship to 2, which means that we can take this ship as a prize because it requires a seamanship of 2. The schooners do. So that's great. That was perfect timing. Okay. That's great. We can just send the prize ship back with the cargo on board. We don't even have to transfer the cargo to our pirate ship. We can sell everything together back in Nassau. So we're going to go ahead and once again we're going to go to table with no combat. That's great. A lot of times you have to fight to get them to damage their ship enough where you can board or that they surrender. So we were very lucky with these first 2 ships because usually this doesn't happen a lot, especially in the beginning of the game when you have a very low Captain Infamy. So actually it should be, yeah, okay, 2. We have 1, 2. Okay, good. Okay. And they surrendered. So we're going to go ahead to table I7 to see what kind of cargo they have. We're going to roll 3 times because it's a schooner. Okay, our first roll is a 16. Sugar! More sugar. Lots of sugar in the Caribbean. 13. Wow, okay. Now, okay, we're going to write 13 sugar on this prize ship 1 cargo card because we are taking it as a prize. One other thing I didn't mention is when you're rolling, there's a note here, but I'll just mention it here because it's difficult to read. When you're rolling on table I7, the amount of cargo, maximum cargo that you roll cannot exceed their maximum cargo capacity. Okay. See right here it says total cargo units may not exceed total ship cargo capacity. Black powder units do not count towards total ship capacity. Now that's one other thing I forgot to mention that I didn't. I didn't mention it because we didn't fire our cannons, so it didn't matter. But if you're doing ship combat and you're firing off your cannons and you're using up black powder, when the ship surrenders or it's captured, whatever black powder they have left that they didn't fire, you can transfer that to your ship up to the maximum amount that your ship can hold. I didn't worry about it because these 2 times they surrendered without a fight. So when we sell this prize ship back to Nassau, we're going to go ahead and sell off their black powder. Their maximum amount is 12, so that's good. Okay, so we got 13 sugar. We're going to roll again. And I believe the maximum a schooner can hold is, yeah, it shows over here. Okay, no, it doesn't show. Okay, basically they're not upgraded. So a schooner can hold a maximum of 50 cargo units. So we're going to go and roll again. 65. Lumber, lots of lumber. We might use that lumber to start building our pirate haven. I don't know, depends. Oh, 11 lumber. Yeah, that's pretty good. We might transfer that lumber to our ship now, or maybe leave it on our ship. We can't store lumber at a haven until we build the haven. So we could leave it on our ship and try to build up the amount, or I'm not sure. I'll decide later. So 11 lumber and 1 more roll for cargo. 26 is more sugar. Lots of sugar. Whoa, 19 sugar. Wow. Okay. What was that? 50 maximum cargo. Okay, so that doesn't exceed the maximum. So yeah, good. Wow, 19 sugar. So we got 19 plus, I have my trusty calculator here. Calculators are really good when you're calculating all these numbers and when you're selling and buying stuff in Nassau and everything. So 13 plus, my math is terrible. Okay, so we got 32 sugar units. Okay, 32. Okay, great. Okay, but we are going to torture the captain. Well, we're not very nice, I know, but we are pirates. But first, we're going to check for specialist crewmen. No, we rolled a 7 again. No specialist crewmen. Okay. We're going to go to table I-11 to torture the captain. 3 times we can roll before he dies. Hopefully he won't die before we get some information. Okay, we rolled a 75, nothing. Now, each time you torture him, there's a +2 modifier for the next time, pushing up the chances of that he might die. Okay. $58, $60, nothing. Okay, one more. We're going to go ahead and kill him to torture him one more time. We could let him go, but no. No, okay, nothing. He had no information. He's dead. Sorry. We threw his body over the side and then he's shark food, but that's the way it goes. So, okay, and now this there is a crew of 2. You can say, okay, we're gonna, sell it back as a prize ship. You can say, okay, we killed the crew. We're gonna press them into service on our pirate ship, but we can't do that because we're maxed out on 2 main crew units. That's all we can have. So, you can just say, okay, we're gonna let them go in Nassau. It's your choice. It's kind of like a gray area that I didn't include the rule in the game for if you leave them on board and then you sell the ship back as a prize and sell it, you can do what you want. You can say, we kill them, no, we let them go, whatever. Or you can press them into service. That's also that is one rule that you can do. So, okay, so that's a prize. So let's see, where's our prize? P1. We're going to look for our P1. Here it is. This is a P1. This is a prize ship number 1. You can have a maximum of 3 prize ships before you have to sail back and to Nassau. And it automatically teleports. You don't have to roll through each zone or roll for win. Or I did abstraction for this because I wanted to speed things up and simplify things and reduce the amount of bookkeeping and dice rolling for this. So now to be able to sell this ship, you need a minimum of 1. So to sell your pirates, transfer your pirates to sell it back to Nassau. So we only have 1 main crew left. Now this is very risky because we can't fire our cannons now, so that's not good. But we're going to go ahead and just sail back. So they're now waiting for us, and we cannot sell stuff. I can't sell the ship or the cargo until we sail back and meet them in Nassau. But they can just wait for us. They don't do anything. They can just hang out drinking rum or whatever in town. So that's that. And the captain's dead, but sorry about that. And okay, that's it. The day's finished. And we did get, we got our experience points, so that's it. The day's over, we mark it off. The next day begins. We're going to go ahead and start heading back to Nassau because we need to, we're probably going to upgrade our pirate ship to an upgraded sloop so we can hold more pirates. That's always a good idea. And we're going to go ahead and go back to, I'll end this video very soon. And we're going to go back to table H1 and roll for 1 again. Okay, we got 11. Okay, it's good weather. Let's move this back here. And we are going to go to table H2 and roll for wind. Okay, we rolled a 7. So we have moderate wind. Okay, it's the same. Good weather. Wow, this is a high pressure system. We're going to go ahead and skip over to random event, table H7. 91, no random event. We're going to go ahead and roll for enemy ship encounter. Now, for an enemy ship encounter, if you spot a ship, you have to roll and see what type of ship it is. If it's a warship, you can't automatically avoid them. If it's a merchant ship, you can choose to avoid combat or encounter, or you can choose to attack. So we're going to go ahead and roll for an enemy ship encounter. Okay, we rolled a 5. Oh no, wait, we didn't move into the next zone. Okay, so you move into the next zone after you roll for wind. And see, it's here. It's pirate ship movement on table H5. So no ship encounter. So that's good. And that's it. That day ends. So we're going to mark it off. Okay, now today is the 6th. We're going to go back again to table H1 for weather. Okay, we got good weather again. Okay, we got light wind. Now wind can affect combat, ship combat and stuff, whether it's light, and then if it's strong or hurricane, it can be a storm. So that can cause a chance of a shipwreck. So we got light wind. We're going to go ahead and go to table. We're going to go ahead and go to table H5. We're going to move into the Nassau zone. And we're going to have to go ahead and roll for enemy ship encounter. Because maybe there's warships right outside of Nassau. Who knows? And let's see. And I'm not sure what kind of merchant captain would be sailing around New Providence Island, or that's the pirate capital of the Caribbean. But who knows? Maybe he got blown off course or something. So let's see. We're gonna go for enemy ship encounter. Oh, random event. Okay, nothing. 67 enemy ship encounter. Okay, no enemy ship encounter. Alright, so the day ends. Now you notice that you can't dock the same day. I have to wait until the next day to dock and then do my business. So we're going to mark off another day. We're going to roll for, we don't roll for weather because we're already there, so we're going to go ahead and dock. And where's my docked, ship docked? Okay, you don't have to use this counter, but this is an optional counter. It says ship docked. It means our pirate ship is docked. Okay, and then I didn't mark this. This is the prize ship status. There's no damage. So we can tell it's a schooner, but you can mark schooner, whatever, but we know what type of ship it is. I only use this like if you have 2 or 3, different prize ships. These are convenient. It has ship damage. Especially if it has damage, you need to write down how much hull and sail damage, because that affects the ship resale value. Okay, we are now in Nassau. And it is Friday, January 7th, 1718. So we're going to go ahead and go to Nassau Town Business. Actually, we might go ahead and upgrade our ship. I'm not sure. Let's see how much it costs to do an upgrade. We might go ahead and sell our sloop and then upgrade to a schooner, and then maybe upgrade that schooner to hold more pirate main crew. Let's see how much it costs. Ship upgrade prices and times. Ooh, okay, it's going to cost 1,500 gold if I do transfer. If I take command of the schooner, it's going to cost 1,500 gold plus 7 days. I'm going to have to wait in Nassau. 7 days is a long time, but it's probably worth it. I think I'll probably do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to transfer. Let me find my my ship cards here. The schooner is a nice balance. Probably the best, in my opinion, one of the best ships is the brigantine, because it's still a shallow draft. Plus, it's large enough. You can carry a decent pirate force. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take the schooner prize and then use it as our pirate ship. So we're going to switch it out here. And so now that's our new pirate ship. And we're going to go ahead and sell off all the goods. Let's see how much money we get. First, we'll subtract the 1,500 for the upgrade. Because remember, it's a merchant schooner and it's not upgraded, so we're down to 3,000 gold now. Okay. And we're gonna have to wait 10 days. We're gonna have to hang out in Nassau for 10 days while they're upgraded in the shipyard. So anyway, we'll go ahead and now remember, I'm doing all this the same day, but for the upgrade, you're gonna have to wait an extra 10 days. Okay, and you can't upgrade it in one day. it takes time. So we're going to go ahead and calculate how much gold we get for... Okay, we got our cargo. We got 11 spices. And we can sell them for... Each unit is 75 gold. That's pretty good. Oh, 825 gold. That's a lot. Okay, it's probably best to write it on a piece of paper instead of, or you can do this. You can write it on the mat. This plus 825. And then I'm going to go ahead and erase. Okay, I erased it. Spices. No, wait, here it is. Where's that? Okay. I'm erasing it because we just sold that. And sugar, we have 32 sugar that was on the prize ship plus in our hold, which we transferred ships, we had 3, so 35 sugar. Sugar's not so valuable. It's okay, so. Okay, 50 gold. Let me see. Yeah, 35 sugar times 50. Well, actually got a lot, 1,750. It was a good haul because we had a lot of sugar. It wasn't that valuable, but we had so many units that it really added up a lot. Okay, 1,750 plus 825, 2575. I could probably write it here, but that's okay. It's a good haul. Really good haul. We haven't even sold the sloop yet either, and it's not damaged. So, okay, so that's, we sold the sugar off. And we're going to erase this sugar from the card also. And we have 11 lumber, which I'm probably going to keep that lumber. And I'm probably going to buy some extra lumber and then hire some extra Pirate Haven crewmen and then start building the Pirate Haven. Probably do that. How much does it cost? Yeah, it doesn't cost anything to build a haven, just lumber. So probably do that. It's a good idea to build a haven as soon as possible. Okay, so we still have 11 fine china. So 11 fine china and oh, it's 180 gold per unit. That's a lot. Okay, 1,980, almost 2,000. Wow. Okay. Plus 45.55. That was a good haul. 45.55 plus 3,000. So we got 7,555 gold so far. 7,555. 555. Okay, but we haven't sold the sloop yet. So we'll move these over here. We're gonna have to get a schooner. There's our schooner pirate ship now. We have an upgraded ship. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and go to table. Sell pirate ship or captured ship prize, a prize ship. So we have a sloop, no upgrade, no damage. So it's only worth 1,000 gold, but that's okay. That's not bad. So we get 8,555 gold after paying for the upgrade. 8,555. Okay. So that's quite a bit of gold, really. Actually, we earned that very quickly. We were very lucky that they surrendered so quickly without a fight. So we're going to go ahead and erase this. This is no longer... Okay, and now we can... we had the one extra pirate crew. So there we go. Now that's what we have now, but we're gonna have to hire some extra for the schooner. One extra. You know, you can house rule it like there were 2 merchant crew on board the prize when we sold it back to Nassau. We could say, okay, we press one of them into service. You give you a little bit of flexibility and make your own little house rules. So we pressed 1 into service. No, 2, because the ship's going to be upgraded. So we get a 4 crewmen now, and we're going to flip it over because it is being upgraded. So we have 4, but that's only a maximum for a sloop. We want to get 2 more, so we're going to hire 2 more units in the tavern. And I don't remember what my infamy was. I think it was 2. Yeah, and then the loyalty, of course, is 5. And then my pirate captain. Usually you don't use a pirate captain counter on the pirate ship because he has to be present to sail the ship. But I just do it anyway. So okay, and we're going to transfer this new black powder to our pirate ship. Now, we didn't sell the black powder. Let's see, we had 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, I forgot to sell this black powder. You could probably save it for the pirate haven, but we're going to go ahead and sell it off, which I forgot to do. So we're going to go back to table B2, and then 1 black powder unit is 25 gold. Black powder is not worth very much. Times 10, so 250 gold. Okay, 8805. Now, I'm probably going to buy some extra lumber. I'm not going to do it in this video, but when our ship is done being upgraded, I'll probably buy some extra lumber. And also I have to hire 2 extra main crew units. That's our maximum for the schooner. So I think that's all for today. And I have to wait 10 days for the pirate ship, my pirate schooner, to be upgraded. So we're gonna just hang out in, you know, we don't have to roll for anything because this is the first month and there are no checks, the color codes. So you can just skip ahead without rolling for any of these color code checks. Here, like Pirate Haven Warship Attack check, like each week, or Pirate Ship Refit. You don't have to roll for that, but so we can just skip ahead 10 days and say, okay, our ship is now upgraded. But time is precious in this game because you will eventually run out of time by the 31st at the latest. So it's always a good idea not to waste too much time doing things. So anyway, I think that's all for today. Let me go ahead and erase this. We sold this, and we got a really good haul. We captured 2 schooners, and we'll go ahead and put this the schooner pirate ship counter also. If I can find it here. Let's see. There it is. Okay, we'll leave this here too. So now our schooner is docked. 10 days pass. We'll just go ahead and mark them off real quick. I'll do that right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now the date is the 17th. Now this next day I'm probably going to go ahead and use an extra day to buy some lumber and to hire a couple extra main crewmen. I need to hire 2 more in the tavern, so that'll take an extra day. And then on the 18th, we can go ahead and I can decide where I'm going to build the pirate haven. Now, something else let me point out is you have a maximum of 6 main crew units. Now, if I don't want to use any of these, I have to drop off a minimum of 4 to wherever I'm going to build my haven. So what you can do is you can hire extra haven pirates from the tavern and keep them as cargo. It doesn't count towards this. And then you can drop them off you can use the pirate haven mat, and then they're going to basically build the pirate haven, the wooden shacks and stuff with the lumber that you drop off. So you don't need to be present while they're building it. You can sell around and do stuff or whatever. So anyway, I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and the game is a lot of fun in my opinion. There's a huge amount of replayability. It's basically an open-ended sandbox game. You can pretty much do whatever you want as long as it's within the rules. And it's very easy to pick up and learn how to play. All the tables are in logical order, and most of the rules are integrated into the tables as notes, so you can actually learn as you play. There's very little to memorize in this game, which is really cool because there is so much detail and content in this game, and you don't have to memorize most of it. So you get the best of both worlds. So yeah, and like I said, a maximum play time is 8 to 10 hours for the long game. Now I have a save game sheet. This is from an older game that I was playing last year, but I have this is a dedicated gaming table. I can just leave it set up all the time for months if I want to, but for those of you who don't have a dedicated table, you can there's going to be a save game log sheet included in the Compass version. This is the one that's included in the print and play version. This is the print and play version. So you can record all the information before you put the game away. You don't have to take a photo or anything like that. Just record everything on one sheet. It's very simple. How curtain job. It covers everything. So it's very convenient for those of you who don't have a dedicated gaming table. So anyway, I think that's all for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And this game, the print and play version, will be available for a while. I'm guessing at least a couple more months, depends. And then hopefully soon the game will be available for pre-order on the Compass website. So things are progressing very quickly now with the publisher, and I'm very happy with the progress that's being made. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.